There is a place on Earth where the ground looks like it belongs on another planet. Bright yellow sulfur pools bubble from the Earth. Toxic gases drift slowly through the air, and the temperature can rise so high that survival becomes extremely difficult. This place is known as the Danakil Depression. Located in northeastern Ethiopia, it is often described as one of the most extreme environments on our planet. Scientists who visit the region sometimes say that walking here feels like stepping onto the surface of another world. The ground is covered with strange mineral formations. Colorful deposits of sulfur and salt stretch across the landscape. Steam rises from cracks in the earth, and beneath the surface, powerful volcanic forces continue shaping the land. But what makes this place truly dangerous is not just its appearance. The heat here is relentless. Daytime temperatures frequently climb above 45 degrees Celsius. Water is scarce, shade is rare, and the air itself can contain toxic volcanic gases. Even experienced explorers must prepare carefully before entering this region. Yet despite these extreme conditions, people have lived here for centuries. The Afar people have adapted to one of the harshest landscapes on Earth. They travel across the desert with camel caravans, harvesting salt from the ground and transporting it across the region. For them, this hostile environment is not just a dangerous desert. It is home. The Danakil Depression is more than just a remote desert. It is a place where geology, climate, and human survival collide in one of the most extreme environments on Earth. The Danakil Depression lies in the Afar region of northeastern Ethiopia, close to the borders of Eritrea and Djibouti. The area forms part of a vast geological basin known as the Afar Triangle. This region sits far below sea level, making it one of the lowest places anywhere on Earth. In some areas, the ground lies more than 120 meters below sea level. But elevation alone does not explain the extreme conditions found here. What makes the Danakil Depression so hostile is the combination of intense heat, volcanic activity, and lack of water. Daytime temperatures frequently rise above 45 degrees Celsius. During the hottest months, the heat can feel overwhelming. The sun beats down on the bare landscape for hours without relief. Shade is rare, vegetation is almost non-existent, and water sources are extremely limited. The ground is covered with salt flats, volcanic rock, and mineral deposits that create strange colors across the desert floor. Bright yellows, greens, and oranges appear across the landscape. These colors come from sulfur, iron, and other minerals reacting with gases escaping from deep underground. To many visitors, the landscape feels almost alien. In fact, some scientists have compared the terrain to environments that may exist on other planets. But for the people who live nearby, this harsh landscape has always been part of everyday life. The Danakil Depression sits at one of the most geologically active locations on Earth. 3 tectonic plates meet in this region. The African plate, the Arabian plate, and the Somali plate are slowly pulling away from each other. As these plates move, enormous cracks form in the Earth's crust. Through these openings, magma rises from deep beneath the surface. This constant movement creates volcanoes, earthquakes, and geothermal activity across the region. One of the most famous volcanoes here is Erta Ale. Erta Ale is one of the few volcanoes on Earth that contains a permanent lava lake. Inside its crater, molten rock churns continuously. The glowing lava moves slowly like a fiery ocean. Even at night, the orange glow from the crater can be seen from miles away. The volcanic activity beneath the Danakil Depression is part of a much larger geological process. Over millions of years, the African continent is slowly splitting apart. Scientists believe that eventually the land in this region may sink low, enough for the sea to flood in. If that happens, a new ocean basin could eventually form here. For now, the land continues to stretch and crack as magma rises from below. The result is a landscape that is constantly changing. One of the most famous and dangerous parts of the Danakil Depression is a hydrothermal area known as Dalol. Dalol is famous for its bright mineral formations and bubbling pools of liquid. At first glance, the landscape appears almost beautiful. Pools of green, yellow, and orange liquid, creates surreal patterns across the ground. But these colorful pools are extremely dangerous. Many contain highly acidic water. Some pools are so acidic they can burn skin almost instantly. The air around these hydrothermal vents is also filled with volcanic gases. Sulfur dioxide and other gases can make breathing difficult. Spending too long in the wrong area can quickly become dangerous. The ground itself is often unstable. Thin mineral crusts sometimes cover boiling water or gas pockets beneath the surface. Stepping in the wrong place can cause the crust to collapse. Visitors must move carefully and often travel with experienced guides. Even scientists studying the area take precautions. Protective equipment is often required to safely explore. Some parts of the region, the Danakil Depression, may appear quiet from a distance, but beneath the surface, powerful geological forces continue shaping the land. Despite the extreme conditions, the Danakil Depression has been home to people for centuries. The Afar people have adapted to this harsh environment in remarkable ways. One of their most important activities is salt mining. Large salt flats cover parts of the desert. Workers cut rectangular blocks of salt directly from the ground, using simple tools. These heavy blocks are then loaded onto camels. Long caravans of camels transport the salt across the desert. The journey can take several days. Traveling across the desert in such heat is exhausting and dangerous. But the salt trade has been an important part of the local economy for generations. For the Afar people, the desert is not just a place of danger. It is a place of tradition and survival. Scientists from around the world traveled to the Danakil Depression to study its unique environment. The extreme heat and chemical conditions found here provide valuable insights into how life might survive in extreme environments. Some microorganisms have been discovered living in the acidic pools of Dalal. These organisms survive in conditions that would kill most forms of life. Studying them helps scientists understand the limits of life on Earth. It may also help researchers search for life on other planets. For this reason, the Danakil Depression has become an important location for scientific research. In recent years, the Danakil Depression has begun attracting adventurous travelers. Tourists visit the region to witness one of the most unusual landscapes on Earth. Guided expeditions take visitors to salt flats, hydrothermal fields, and active volcanoes. But visiting the region requires careful planning. Extreme heat and remote conditions make travel difficult. Despite these challenges, many travelers describe the experience as unforgettable. Few places on Earth offer such dramatic and unusual scenery. The Danakil Depression is one of the most extreme environments on Earth. Its intense heat, volcanic activity, and toxic gases make survival difficult. Yet life continues here. The Afar people have lived in this harsh land for generations. Scientists continue exploring the region to better understand our planet, and travelers from around the world come to witness its strange beauty. In a world where many landscapes have been explored and mapped, the Danakil Depression still feels wild and mysterious. It is a reminder that Earth still holds places where nature remains powerful and unpredictable, a desert where fire, salt, and heat combine to create one of the most dangerous environments on the planet.